I'm on my way to Elliot Lake. I am not looking at the camera. I just want to do a quick video to say that I'm on my way there. This is the day that I'll be staying overnight in the hotel. The first time I went to Elliot Lake, I didn't stay overnight. And then they offered me the chance to stay at the hotel overnight, and I thought, why not? So I'm going to stay overnight, and my tour is scheduled for tomorrow. So later today, especially if it keeps being nice like it is now, I'm going to spend some time just walking around, taking some videos, and hopefully I'll have a chance to do a little bit of editing to try to put this video together. I'm going to turn my camera around to give you an idea of the drive coming into Elliot Lake. I don't know you'll be able to see it, but I'm still going to show it to you anyways. So as you're pulling into Elliot Lake from the highway, there's a lot of green around, and it might appear to be isolating, but it's also nice, and you're in nature. And I think that's one thing that I do like about Elliot Lake, is that you do feel like you're in nature when you're out here. Anyways, that's it for this video. Getting closer to Elliot Lake now. It takes about 15 minutes or so from the highway to get into Elliot Lake. I'm going to be there in about a few minutes. I just want to show you the entrance to the town, and you can see it up ahead. My hotel is going to be coming up shortly too. This is a trail that goes all the way. There's a Rona. There's a No Frills. Oops. Ski hill. The Trading Post, the Oaks. I know that's a rehab center for people who have addictions of some sort. Just assume building supplies is an Esso. They don't have a Shell though. I don't think they have a Shell to collect points for my air miles and CAA. I have to keep that in mind. You can use PC Optimum. Scotiabank, of course. Tim's, of course. Gotta have a Tim's. And this is the McDonald's and the Elliot Lake Retirement Living Office. I believe is right here, right there. provincial park in the area. I think I might have missed a hotel. So that's where I'm going. I'm going to the hotel, but beautiful lakes. This is part of the tour. I remember coming here, the nice trail, lots of nice trails. I think I missed a hotel. Okay, I'm going to be pulling on the side here. I think I missed a hotel. Anyways, I wanted to give you a little bit more of a sight to see what the town looks like. I didn't go in the downtown area. This is just getting into the town. I'm going to turn around and head to the hotel now. See you later. Hey, I made it to the hotel. It's right next to McDonald's, actually. So you want to kind of keep that in mind. It's and it's really you know, in a nice setting. I'm just gonna show you a little bit around here. So I made it to the hotel. I'm gonna be checking in, and then I think what I'll do is I'll go for a walk. There's that nice little trail there, and I think I might check into that. So the Hampton Inn is where I'm staying tonight. I'll go check in and see you soon. So my room isn't quite ready yet, but I decided to wait around here, and this is a nice little patio. I grabbed an apple too. So the breakfast area, I'm just going to show you that. This is where the breakfast area is. Oops. Uh-oh. Not good. They've got it locked. For your protection, this door will be locked at all times. Use room key for entry. Well, it looks like I'll have to knock on the door. I got my suitcase. I'm just going to show you a little bit around. She did say she was going to come and get me, so she'll notice that I'm not inside, that I'm outside. Keep you posted. I am really enjoying this trail in particular. I'm just going to show you where I am right now. The highway's up ahead. I don't know where I'm going, but I do know that I'm following a trail. I passed that miners thing that I was talking about, and I got to share something with you. You know that, well, you may not know. I'm a coach. I'm a travel coach. I also teach English as a foreign language. So I'm fairly busy during the day. I'm known as your back in the groove again coach. If you want to check out some of my other videos, you'll be able to see them. But what I'm noticing now is, oh man, I'm feeling relaxed, which is really good. You might have been, if you're following me, you know that I sold my house a few years ago. November 21 is when I sold my house. And then after that, I didn't move to Mexico, but I lived in Mexico for that winter. So in 22, winter 22. And then when I came back, I stayed at a friend's. And then I went back to Mexico in 23, December 23, right? Yeah. No, till May 23. And then in May 23, I had bought a trailer. So I've been staying in a trailer park since for the summer months since last year. And there's advantage to that type of lifestyle where you stay in the summer, you stay in your hometown, for example, in my trailer, and then in the winter you travel somewhere else. There's advantages. It gives you a lot of freedom. You can plan to live in a comfortable place for X number of months. And then at the end of that, you need to, well, in my case, I need to leave in October to leave the trailer park because it closes in the wintertime, and then start traveling after that. But something happened in January where I had traveled from September to January, to December, and I got a feeling that I wanted to go home, but I don't have a home because the trailer only opens in May, and I wanted to see my family. And so I had to talk to a friend and see if I could stay there. And I like my friend, I love my friend, but it's still not home. And so I thought, I can't do this. And so this is why I'm here right now. It's because I'm wanting to not only get an address, but get my feet on Canadian soil. And if I want to travel, I can still travel for a month or so at a time if I wanted to. And then when I come back, I got a place to stay. So it sounds good, right? In theory, sounds great. But what's stopping me is, sometimes I want to travel more than just a month. Am I going to be able to pay both places? 2, it is an hour and a half away from my kids. It's not that bad, actually. 3 is I don't want to stop traveling. I still want to travel, and I want to be able to go wherever I want, whenever I want. So that means that I need to increase my revenue or increase my revenue, reduce my expenses. And if you're about my age, that's an interesting challenge, which is why I coach, I teach. I'm pretty good at it too. The other thing I want to share is I don't have any furniture. So when I move here, whenever that is, I'm going to walk into an empty apartment and go, all right. And of course, I'll do a video when that happens. You'll have to see my apartment when it happens. Point is that I am starting over. And that's always, it's exciting. And at the same time, it's like, ugh. Because I don't want to be spending tons of money on everything. So I've opted to not go with that plan. Just keep it really simple. Just start with what I need today. Well, not today because I'm not moving today, but you get the idea. Which will be a bed, a table, some chairs, of course. I got the plates and all that kind of stuff. I got the kitchen stuff. What I don't have is furniture. Anyways, not a big deal because apparently here they do have a lot of secondhand stores. Probably people moving and not wanting to pack all their things like what I did. So I'm sure it's going to be fine. And I'm not complaining. It's just part of my reality. Part of what's making me like, ooh, I don't know. But I take things one step at a time. I'm here today. I'm going to enjoy my walk. Tomorrow I'm going to be going for the tour, and I'm going to see apartments one day at a time. And I'm the only one that makes the decision, right? I'm single. I don't have anybody to consult with. So basically, it's taking it a step at a time. I also know that it's temporary for me, meaning I've got my name in a couple of places where my kids are, well, where one of them is. I'm not going back to Ottawa. I'd love to go back to Ottawa. My friends are there. All my friends are there. But I've opted to not for two reasons. One, it is a lot more expensive and I wouldn't be able to comfortably live there. And two, I don't like going back. Don't like going back. Sold my house for a reason, to be closer to my kids. That's that, right? That's just the way that I think. So it's temporary because I got my name in a few places in Sudbury. And when I get called, whenever that is, I will have to make another decision. But for now, I'm here. I'm enjoying my walk. And what I like about here, it's all the trails. I love that. I really, really do. They had me at, we've got trails. This is the end of the trail. I got to the end and it looks like they have some trailer spots there, which is cool. I don't know where you need to go to get a spot or to rent a spot, but they do have a couple of lots for trailers. So now I'm going back. I'm gonna go back and I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna go for a bite to eat. Really nice trails, very nice and relaxing. I'm back. I finished my hike or walk, went back to the hotel room and took a nice shower. And one of the things that I really appreciate is a good shower. You know, I live in a trailer park and I do have a shower in my trailer, of course, but it's not the same as a real shower. And I haven't had a real good shower for a long time. I've showered in my trailer. I have a shower, of course, in Mexico when I stay there, but no bathtub. So anyways, here I am walking to the Fireside Restaurant. I think this city, or town I should say, is a walkable city. You can probably walk to almost wherever you want to go. I'm walking to the restaurant and I left from the hotel to the restaurant. I'm just going to give you an idea where I am right now. If you know of anybody who needs treatment, we're talking about treatment for alcohol abuse or drug abuse, there's a center in Elliot Lake which offers an awesome service. I'm just gonna turn it around. It's called the Oaks Center. If you're ready to talk, then we're ready to listen and support. I've been here a couple of times. The service is great. Came for a couple of family type of programs. Well, one of them was definitely a family program. The other one was for me to look at my own issues. Anyways, it's a good program and it's here. They call it a Withdrawal Management and Pre-Treatment Services, Camillus Treatment Center. So I think it's close to the restaurant. Service Canada is here. I mentioned earlier that Scotiabank is here. And I think I'm getting close to the restaurant. I'm going to give you an idea where I am. I'm just passing the center, the Oaks Center. I think that's the restaurant over there. Nope, that's a trading post. Or wait. I'll find it. You can't really get lost. And at this restaurant, they have specials every night. Tonight is Wednesday and it's a hamburger special for $10. So I think I'm gonna have they have a black bean black bean hamburger with, oh, there it is, with a hummus, I think, type of top on it, or cheese, I can't remember. But it looks good, it sounds good. It's only $10, and normally it's 16, 17. So I'm gonna go to the Fireside. I can see it, Fireside Classic Grill. And then I'm gonna walk back to the hotel. Probably just chill out after that. So that's it. And of course, I'll do some videos tomorrow when I'm on my tour. Bye. So I decided to take a walk after my meal. Just note to self, if you do go to the Fireside and order a burger on a Wednesday night, you won't get the sides. I ordered a wonderful black bean burger, which was awesome. And I thought the sides were included for an extra $3 something. So I ordered sweet potatoes. Not. I paid $9 for them. Anyways, that's a different story. So I am walking around and I'm just going to the downtown area because I think the city is walkable and I want to be able to walk to different places without getting all stressed out. I see there's a Dollarama. I'll show you when I get to a little different section here, because there's a Dollarama, there's a Foodland. The burger was good and filling. Oh my God. There was red onions on it. There was black beans, red onions, a slice of cheese, and guacamole on it. It was really good. In fact, I want to try to make it myself. But $9 for sweet potatoes. I don't know if you can see my eyes. They were good though, with a nice dip. You know, it's a mayonnaise with, what do you call that? Spice in it. I can't remember the spice. Anyways, I'm following the sign that says City Center, and I'll show you because I'm almost there. You know, this place here, that car dealership is where I got my first car when I lived in Elliot Lake. So when I was just about 30, or yeah, I think I was 30. I moved to Elliot Lake with my then husband. This was in January '84, a long time ago. And well, eventually we got divorced. This was a crazy town back then, and I got caught up with the fun. But I started working for the police station, and my car, I can't remember what kind of car I had now, but one of the police officers at the station was very nice. He brought me to this place here to get a car because I needed a car. So I picked up my car here. Nice area. I'm just going to show you where I am. I'm not in the downtown area yet, but I will be showing you as soon as we get there. And I'm not giving you a video of the whole town, obviously. You'll just have to come and check out the place yourself, but at least you'll have an idea of what it looks like. You'll get a good sense of it. It is a nice little town when you think about it, you know. I know up there there's restaurants. Up there there's restaurants. The senior center is around here too. There's that Scotiabank I was showing you with from the highway. Beer store, of course. The Standard, I don't know if the Standard is still open. It was the local newspaper back then. It's a fairly quiet city. When you think about the number of people, I think there's only 10,000, maybe 11,000 people that live here. It's small, right? You have to remember in the 80s, this was, and maybe even before the 80s, but when I lived here, was a mining community. There were a lot of people here, a lot of young family, and I was, you know, with my husband at the time, and we had just a little baby, and then we had my oldest son too, and we lived in was it a duplex or a house? I can't remember. I think it might have been a house at the beginning of the city, of the town, and that was part of, we still had to pay the rent, of course, but that was part of a benefit that my ex had, because he worked as a programmer analyst at the time for the bank, for the mines, Denison mines, and they offered some accommodations, which was a nice deal. So here we are, Glass and Renovation Center, but there's a lot of X's here. I guess they're building it. I'm just going to show you. There is a funeral home, so not very busy. It is Wednesday night, after all. So if you like quiet, this is where to go. Benches, clean break bar. I guess it's a pool bar. The mall, I think, used to be up there. What is this? Vibe Boutique. Lots of new buildings. This is new. So now we're getting close to the downtown area. Getting close. Just around the bend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here, and once I get there, I'll put it on again, and that way you'll get an idea of what that looks like. I stopped too fast. One of the things that you'll see on the tour is this place here. There is an adult education center and an active living center for seniors, of course, of which I am one of those. But I don't play beanbag toss. That's not my style. I'm going to cross the street. This is new. And you can see here on the other side, different types of stores. But those buildings, Elliot Plaza, I think that's fairly new. I remember there were restaurants there at one point. Around this corner here will be the downtown area, which is not very big. As you can see, there's not a lot. So I think if you're on Lodge, it's a place for seniors that need a home, I should say. Looks like there's a food bank over there. There's a lawyer's office, place to buy some knitting. A couple of lawyer's office. I don't know why in small towns you need a few lawyers. We all have our reasons, I guess. So we're getting close to the downtown area. It's quiet. It is Wednesday. It's about 6:30, I guess, in the afternoon. And there's not a lot of cars. And I think this is it. Like, I have a feeling that the busyness at this time on Wednesday, I don't want to say it's a ghost town. At night, it kind of reminds me of where I used to live. I lived in Rockland, Clarence, Rockland. And it was a little surprising because after 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, it's dead. No one's around. And I have a feeling it's like this too. So, you know, if you're going to come here by yourself, you want to make sure that you're an active person, but that you don't need necessarily to have a lot of people around you, or you'll have to find that. I'm an active person, but I don't need to have a lot of people around me all the time. I do plan on, you know, getting involved at some point. I might have to create things. I don't know, because I'm not sure to what level people are active here. And I was thinking, wonder if they have a beer tasting thing or a wine tasting thing, you know, something to bring people together. And they didn't have that, but hey, nothing stops us from trying to get something like that going once in a while. So I'm just going to show you where I am right now. See, they've got furniture. St. Vincent de Paul. That's probably where I'll get my stuff. And this, my friends, is what I believe to be the downtown area. This is the downtown area of Elliot Lake. Not very big. I remember when I worked at the police station, there's a Royal Bank, there's a CIBC Bank, that's good. CIBC Bank, Royal Bank. I know they have a TD Bank too. I'm gonna get to that side here so you can see what else. There's a bus stop, so there is buses. It's good to know, right? If you don't have a car, you can use a bus or you can walk. I think it's pretty walking friendly. Sidewalks and trails to walk. I'm gonna go down here and just show you some of the other shops that they have around here. Pizza Hut. I think they still have the mall, but it's not a very big mall. So when I lived here and I worked at the police station, I would go to Meats and Deli and I would have the best roast beef sandwich. Oh my God, it was so freaking good. Oops, what's going on here? I guess I'm still recording. I think I'm upside down. No, I'm still recording. They had the best roast beef sandwich on like a rye bread with pickles. Oh, I was so hung on them. I needed to eat them all the time. So that's where it was. I would go here after, during my lunch, stop here and get a sandwich. I'm pretty sure it was here. So they have a travel place, but I am a travel agent, so you can deal with me. I am a travel agent with travel only, by the way. Barbershop. Oh, the cannabis, of course. Up there, Rexall, Canada Trust. Optometrist. Has retired, is no longer practicing in Elliot Lake, but you can get services from Dr. Bell or Dr. Morel. It's closed, right? Because it's Wednesday. There you can get some prescription, healthcare advice, thrift store, LCBO. I don't know about this place. I'll have to check that out later when it's open. So a lot of stores here seem to close at 5 o'clock. Unlike in a larger town, maybe a pharmacy. Oh, see, even a pharmacy, 5 o'clock. So you need to know these things, because if you're shopping, you got to do it by a certain time. And that's why it's so quiet here. It's because a lot of stuff is closed. I think we're getting close to a BMO. Is that? Yep, that's what that is. Another BMO. So lots of banks. Lots of banks. I don't know if that bowling alley still is open, but there is a BMO there. That used to be a grocery store. Oh, and I thought that place was still open as a grocery store. It's not. The No Frills is on the highway. That's me walking, my reflection. There's the entrance to the Bank of Montreal. So very small downtown area. They have a center here for Indigenous people. And of course we've got the Mary Walk and Prince Edward Walk right here. And the bowling alley, I don't know how active it is, especially in the summertime. But this is a bowling alley. It's locked. All Stars, what is this? Children's Services. Oh, there's your senior center right there. And this goes back to, you know what, I think I'm going to take that trail. I'm going to take that trail and get back to the hotel. So that was the downtown area, my friends. So I'm going to take this trail here and head back to the hotel. I think I'm going to have to turn right. All right, see you soon. So I've had the tour of the city by now. This morning I went to the Elliot Lake Retirement Living at 9 o'clock. I had the tour with Linda. She showed me around, and I had my apartment tour at 1:30. So from what I understand, here's how it works. We never really know from month to month which apartment is available. So I gave my application. They need to approve it. Once it's approved, then I would need to call fairly regularly, every few weeks or so, to see if there's an apartment that's available. You don't go on a waiting list. You have to call. Now, what they do is they do write down the apartments that you were interested in, and I'm not going to say which ones I like, because honestly I don't really remember, but when you're going for the tour, it's best to write down the apartment that you visited, because it has a certain model. And there's a lot of different models. I was really surprised because I did see some 1-bedrooms and I liked it. And then I saw some 2-bedrooms that I really liked too, because it had a different, the plan was different. The kitchen was more open. So you have to write down the apartment number that you looked at. It might not be available, but at least they know what plan it is. So once you're approved, then you would have to call regularly. And I believe that this is not what they told me, but you have to give your deposit beforehand, and then when you move in, then you give your first month's rent. So you pay the rent as a deposit. That would be for the last month's rent, and then when you move in, you need to pay. But you also, I believe, need to have, and I didn't ask them that, I forgot to ask, you need to, of course, set up your electricity. So you need to get that ready to go, which shouldn't be a big deal. And then, of course, then you have to also get the rental, the insurance for your apartment. So I imagine that once you know you've got an apartment, and usually what they do, people give 2 months notice. Okay, so they give 2 months notice, but right now they're looking at not September, they're looking at October. We're in July right now, because people give 2 months notice and we have to give them a month to clean the apartment and, you know, to paint it, do whatever needs to be done to that apartment. So it's 3 months that you're actually waiting for the apartment. Now, you have to kind of keep in mind, people generally give 2 months notice. So right now, apparently the apartments in July are already booked. They would have been taken up sometime in April, May, June, April, or May, June, July. Right, so these are things to keep in mind.